Hi, everybody, and welcome into College of the Canyons, the Cougar Cage, as we get set for 3C2A, Western States South Conference volleyball action between the Antelope Valley Marauders and the 25th ranked College of the Canyons Cougars. I'm Matt Robinson, glad to have you along here once again with us on the Cougar Sports Network, as it is sophomore night here for the Lady Cougars, and we'll turn it over to the public address announcer and let you listen in on the sophomore night festivities here for College of the Canyons.
Protocols and processes that were adopted in order to safely return to play for the 2021 season. As we introduce our sophomores, be sure to give each one of these hardworking student athletes a final round of applause from you, the home crowd. Before we get to the introduction of our 5 sophomores, we would like to take a moment to recognize the 3 sophomores from Antelope Valley College, who will also be playing their final home match here, or road match here, in the Cougar Cage. First, number 6, Maggie Rafferty. Number 12, Audrey Scholl. And finally, number 13, Cameron Nevin. And now let's meet our sophomores. First, we have number 4, Tyler Dobrowski. Once again, that's Tyler Dobrowski. Next, we have number 17, Cece Giovannini. Next, we have number 23, Giovanni Harvey. Next, we have number 14, Bree Kelly. And finally, we have the self-proclaimed greatest and bestest of all time, number 22, Caitlin Levy. That's Caitlin Levy. Sophomore families, if you take one more picture with all of you combined, we appreciate that. Thank you. Let's hear it one more time for our sophomores.
So there you have some of the sophomore night festivities here from College of the Canyons, as the Lady Cougars looking for their 6th straight win. They are on a 5-game winning streak coming into tonight's contest against Antelope Valley College, and they have been playing some of their best volleyball as of late. Right now, like we said, top 25 in the State of California, 11-10 on the year, 9-2 in conference play. They're going to finish the conference season in second place. There's no way they can, at this point, catch up to Bakersfield, who's undefeated at 11-0 currently. But you put yourself in the top 25, you get yourself into the state playoffs, and there's always a chance once you get there to try and drive yourself forward and make a run deep into the postseason. As you look right now for the Lady Cougars, they've been very good offensively as of late, and it started to tick up quite a bit. It's got them into the top 15 in the state in a couple of categories. 9th in kills per set at 12.11. 13th in kills total at 957. And those numbers are very much up from where they were early in the year. The hitting percentage has gone up to 23.7%, and the assists have gone up to 874. That's 13th and 14th in the state of California. And it's really come down to a couple of the ladies there, and really the sophomore ladies that have done the job. Brianna Kelly has been a nice little surprise late in the season here. She was kind of quiet early on in the year, but has picked it up as of late. Right now is third on the team in kills with 103. You add Jacqueline Ibarra, who's a freshman in there, who's second on the third on the team in kills in 141. Brianna Kelly's third. And then your two leading sophomores, Caitlin Leby and Damani Harvey. 179 kills for Leby, 181 for Harvey. And that's really been the difference on the offensive side for the Cougars. It helps that they've got a solidified setter as well. Abby Sherman has really taken over the setting role as of late. And it's just helped the Cougars kind of play a little bit tougher on the offensive side. The defense picking up as well, but always a work in progress on the defensive side as the Cougars don't do a very good job at the net, or don't do as good of a job as they would like at the net, we should say. 75th in the country in blocks, solo just 20. 45th in total blocks at 93. So trying to get better in terms of the net presence on the defensive side, but again, has been a much better close to the year for the Cougars, who are on a 5-game winning streak, taking on Antelope Valley, who's broke a 5-game losing streak in their last match in a win over West LA. But the Marauders kind of down on numbers right now. Only about half the roster traveled this week, so they're just kind of trying to finish out their year and close out their regular season. As they'll take on the Cougars here tonight. Just about ready to get underway. Just waiting on everybody to get out on the floor. So the sophomores going to get a chance to start here for the Cougars. As they will start with Body the libero, Harvey and Leby the attackers on the outside, Kelly the middle blocker, Cecilia Giovannini will start as the setter, and Tyler Dabrowski will play in the back row for the Cougars. As Giovannini will serve it in. Tough first handle for Mueller, and the Cougars will get the first point of the match on an errant swing from the back row from Rafferty. So 1-0 Canyons here early on. That one sent over by Mueller. Cougars will get their first attack of the night as Damani Harvey able to drive it down. And a 2-0 advantage here early on for the Cougars, who, as we said, 11-10 on the year, a game above 500, 9-2 in conference play, just 4-5 though here at home. Part of that due to a very rough schedule early on in the season for the Cougars. They played a number of top 25 teams, and that's the reason why they're ranked in the top 25 this year, is that strength of schedule number for COC, as it's been a very tough one. We've seen the likes of Mira Costa, Long Beach City College, Moore Park, all who are in the top 25, as an error by Caitlin Levy gives the first point of the match to the Marauders, as Levy will get a swing from the strong side this time. And a point for the Cougars on an error by Antelope Valley. Double touch by the Marauders. So Damani Harvey will go back to serve for the Cougars here. She said the strength of the schedule for COC has really been the reason why they've stuck around and hung near the top 25, as Brianna Kelly has her first kill of the match. Cougars spreading the ball around nicely here early on. It's a 3-point advantage at 4-1. Played Irvine Valley, Long Beach, Mira Costa, and El Camino, all to start the season for College of the Canyons, and all 4 of those teams are near the top ranked in the state at one time or another. Irvine Valley ranked 18th, Mira Costa 16th. They also had Grossmont in there, who's 19th, double touch on Antelope Valley. So it's a 5-1 run to open up here for COC. And really the schedule didn't get any easier from there for the Cougars, as you talk about San Diego Mesa, Ventura, Santa Barbara, Bakersfield, all very good squads. So the Cougars have that strength of schedule going for them, as Levy off the near side with a kill. And it's a 6-1 run here early on. Mark Cruz going to take a timeout for Antelope Valley. We'll take a timeout as well. Cougars with a 6-1 lead here early in the match. First set from College of the Canyons.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Welcome back inside the Cougar cage. 6-1 run here early in the first set for COC, as they take on the Antelope Valley Marauders here on sophomore night. Remember, the Cougars will have one more home game, though, a late scheduled home game, as they will take on Ventura College on Tuesday here from the Cougar cage, the final match of the 2021 season. And a final tune-up before the playoffs, as it's a WSC crossover event between the North and the South. Marauders will just have to play the free ball over. Inside set, Brianna Kelly, easy kill for her. Didn't have to take a hard swing on it, just found the open spot on the floor, as she had nobody up on the net to defend her. And it's a 7-1 run here early on for the Cougars. Damani Harvey back to serve once again for College of the Canyons. Harvey this year from the service line has gotten better as the year has gone on. 18 aces make it 19 as a service ace for the sophomore. As we said, it's gotten better as the year has gone on. Started off slow and really wasn't even allowed to serve much of the early part of the year, but Clay Timmons has shown some trust in her later as the season has gone on, and that's been the reason for her being back at the service line, and it's really helped. She likes to try and power this one in, but she'll send it long. It's a service error by Damani Harvey that time, and it breaks an 8-1 run. Marauders will move some bodies around as Kaylee Lugo will come in. Back to serve for Antelope Valley, Cassandra Tejada, one of their 3 sophomores, and she puts it into the net. Service error gives the point right back to COC. Cougars will rotate Kelly out as Rhiannon Body will go back to serve. Dabrowski into the front row along with India Lewis. And Caitlin Levy on the near side. That one into the net as an attack error by Antelope Valley. And it's an 8-point lead here for COC. Body will stay back at the service line. Bringing in this year 22 aces from the back line. That's kind of been where the Cougars have been able to change momentum in matches, is from the service line. We've seen Abby Sherman with a number of service aces as Dabrowski tries for the power tip. She'll get the kill. The sophomore Tyler Dabrowski with her first kill of the match. And he'll keep Body back at the service line. Body has done a good job as the libero as she's kind of stepped up late in the year. It was kind of a rotation in terms of the libero. At times Abby Sherman would be in there. Cecilia Giovannini had a couple of times as the libero, but Body has established herself as the #1 libero here for the Cougars. That, along with Sherman as the #1 setter for COC, has kind of made the change, and she's done a good job. As Levy gonna get the touch on that one, and another kill for the Cougars. A 10-point lead here for COC. As we said for Body, 127 digs. It's second on the team in digs, actually third on the team now that we look down, as Isabella Embleton is second. And of course, #1 Abby Sherman, who's kind of just been the Swiss Army knife for the Cougars this year. But Body has been the libero pretty much the last 15 games and has done a good job solidifying that position, making sure the Cougars know where they are. A double going to be called against Antelope Valley on the block as Fleets had the block, but it bounced back off her. So it's an 11-point lead here for COC. Good dig by Romano. They'll set near side will the Marauders. There's the libero Body with a dig on the swing from Rafferty, and then Dabrowski finishes it off. 14-2 Cougars on another nice little run. Nothing run here for COC. Tough serve, tough handle, double touch going to be called against Fleets. And a timeout called by Mark Cruz. We'll take the break as well. 15-2 Cougars here in the first set from College of the Canyons.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Cougar fans, for up-to-date records and information about COC volleyball and all 17 Cougar athletics teams, including schedules, rosters, stats, game photos, and live stream links for all home games, make sure you check out the Cougars homepage, cocathletics.com. You can also follow COC Women's Volleyball and COC Athletics on Instagram, being in all the action and excitement of the 2021 season at COC Women's Volleyball and at COC Athletics. That's what you need to follow on social media. So we go back to work here in the first set, 15-2 Cougars. So they are rolling here early on. Second to last home contest of the 2021 season for College of the Canyons. Off to a hot start here against AVC is Rafferty with the first handle. She'll get the swing on a tip. Cougars able to dig it out and have to play it over. Rafferty now, another swing, Body with the dig. Bump set Giovannini, and it's just 4 touches on COC as they just weren't quite organized enough. Brandon Romero back to serve here for Antelope Valley now. Romero will send it in. Dabrowski first handle. Inside set to India Lewis, and she gets the kill. Cougars fired up about that one. As Giovannini did a good job on the jump set to give India Lewis the attack opportunity. And we'll bring in Abby Sherman for the first time today to serve. Lewis at the net, stuff block. (17-3) COC. We stay with the Sherman serve here. Sherman will be the setter as well at this point. As Ibarra back on the floor for the first time tonight. That one into the net on Antelope Valley. Errant swing by Mueller. 18-3 Cougars here in the first set. Sherman into the net, a rare service error on Abby Sherman. At least from that standpoint of how low that swing was from her. I don't think I've seen Abby Sherman hit one that low into the net all year here at the Cougar cage. But nonetheless, we'll go back to work as Rafferty's serve goes wide, and she gives the point right back to COC. Early stats here in the first set, unofficially, of course. Actually, we can't give you any first set stats as they have not quite updated yet on our little stat machine here, so we'll go back to work. That one into the block as Laranga was the one on the swing. Cougars with a dig by Hannah. They had to play it over. Free ball back over by the Marauders. Sherman will set inside India Lewis, right down. Good attack from India Lewis. And Hannah back to serve for the Cougars. The freshman out of Stevenson's Ranch. Another point for COC. An overtouch on COC that time. Makes it 20-5 here. As Audrey Scholl, the libero, will go back to serve. Sophomore out of Ridgecrest puts it in. Cougars will go to Ibarra. Scholl with a nice diving dig. Marauders will go back row to Rafferty. And she sends it long, and it's a point for COC. Rafferty has been the lead swinger for, lead attacker, we should say, for Antelope Valley pretty much all year long. And another overtouch on the Cougars. That's the second one in as many times on the defensive side. So COC just a little too aggressive on the defensive side. Makes it 20-6. So we're talking about Rafferty. 133 kills in 55 sets this year. On 371 attacks, 75 errors, a 15.6 hitting percentage, but she's been the go-to. Cassandra Tejada has 80 kills. Laura Bangle has 50. Alyssa Hughbanks has 77, and Maria Laranga has 62. So for the Marauders, it's just kind of been a by committee scenario. And with the numbers down, just 3 rostered ladies on the bench, 6 on the floor, so you're talking 9, and this is a roster with 17 on it coming into the year. Service error from the back line from Giovannini. Gives a point back to ABC. So again, for Mark Cruz, just trying to finish out the year. That one's sent long. Service error by the Marauders. So we trade errors back and forth. Cougars 2 points away from a first set victory, leading 23-17. As Damani Harvey back to serve for COC. Harvey into the net, had too much downward dip on it. So neither side can get a ball over the net right now. And in play. As we'll send Cassandra Tejada back to serve. Tejada, the sophomore middle blocker, will send it deep. Body overpass into the net. And a ball handling error gives another point to Antelope Valley, makes it 23-9. Plenty of room to work for COC, but this has kind of been one of the things that's been troublesome for the Cougars at times during the year, is taking their foot off the gas a bit when they have a chance to close out sets and really close out matches. Got a lot of room to play here, but at some point you just kind of go back to work, and they go back to work with Caitlin Leby that time. She gets the kill, and the Cougars have set point. Cougars with 15 set points to work off of. That one did not get over the antenna. That is set point. Cougars put in the books 25-9, 1 set to none. We'll take a timeout here from the Cougar cage. COC with a 1 set to none lead. Cougars with a 1-0 lead as we'll go to the second set here. COC taking the first set. $25-9. Actually, we don't have any live stats. Our stat machine not updating today, so can't tell you who had what, who did what. Unfortunately. Well, those be the trials, those be the tribs. It happens. So we'll go back to work here. Marauders will start us off in the second set. Dabrowski first handle. Inside, Brianna Kelly soft touch dugout as Mueller was there to help clean it up. Tejada with the swing. Cougars get the dig. Damani Harvey trying to go down the line. No touch. And it's a point for the Marauders. So Antelope Valley on the board. 1-0 lead here in the second set. Dabrowski handles the first ball. Harvey, little roll shot from the back line that's kept up. And then a swing from Mueller that does not find the mark. And it evens it up at 1-1. Hannah will play it over. Marauders tried to go inside. Tejada was looking for a little tip play and just didn't get it over the net. So back-to-back errors on the Marauders. And the Cougars with a 2-0 or 2-1 lead. Emily Hannah this year, she hasn't had a lot of opportunities, just 5 aces, but maybe Coach Timmons trying to get her some work in late as we get towards the playoffs. That time just didn't slide herself into position, and it's a kill for Antelope Valley to even things back at 2. Body will handle. Cougars will go near side Leby, who just got it over the tape. Marauders will come near side to Rafferty, but she's dug out. Now Dabrowski, power, but it's blocked. Tejada was up along with Fleets. And the Marauders with their second lead. At 3-2. That one sent long. Another one into the net. The Cougars will stay with the serve here. Well, back and forward rally we go. Leby had the block. Cougars thought they had the point. Need to get back to work here now. Leby, cross-court winner that time. Cougars stopped playing for a second there on the rally. And then a double called against COC. You're saying they stopped playing for a second there after the block by Leby and Ravare on the near side. And Antelope Valley did a great job to keep the ball off the floor, but then just couldn't get themselves back into position to make an attack or anything, as into the net against Antelope Valley. So it gives the point back to COC. 6-4 here, College of the Canyons. Second set, Cougars with a 1-0 lead. Abby Sherman back to serve. Sherman 55 aces from the back line this year for COC. And that's back-to-back serves from Abby Sherman into the net. Interesting. I don't think we've seen that from her all year long. She's usually very reliable, maybe trying something new, trying to put a little extra pace on it. So Romero sends it in. Sherman back set, Dabrowski tipped into the block. Gonna get the point out of it as Antelope Valley unable to handle the ball. Back to a 2-point lead here for COC. Dabrowski will go back to serve. Tyler this year doesn't have an ace. Doesn't get to serve a lot. Puts that one off the net. Marauders will back set towards Rafferty, and it's blocked off the far side. Ravare with the block. Had some help from Damani Harvey. Stays a 2-point lead here for the Cougars. Maggie Rafferty back to serve. Will play it in. Dabrowski handles first. Sherman will set to the net. Damani Harvey with the swing. What power went down the line. Got it. Teresa Grijalva now the libero for the Cougars here in the second set. She'll go back to serve. Little change for Clay Timmons, getting everybody a chance to rotate in today. With some extra emphasis on the sophomores getting lots of time today. That one goes long, no touch. Swing was Laranga. Cougars with an attack here again. Harvey with power right down the center of the floor. Has stretched the lead to 5 for the Cougars here. And as you look towards the playoffs, towards the postseason for COC, if Caitlin Leby, Damani Harvey, and Jacqueline Ibarra can really stay consistent and stay going as the block there for the Cougars. Harvey and Kelly up that time for it. And a timeout called by the Marauders as AVC wants to talk about it here. Stay with it though. As we were talking about with Ibarra, Leby, Harvey, and then Brianna Kelly as well. If the consistency stays from those 4, the Cougars could have a very good chance going into the playoffs to make a run. Don't know how deep the run will be as the South is very, very deep. But, you know, all you got to do is get into the dance and anything is possible. Cinderella stories happen all the time. So the Cougars hoping for a chance to make some noise in the state playoffs. Folks, the SCV TV Community Media Center is Santa Clarita's only television station, bringing you local arts, culture, history, and entertainment programming 24/7. You can watch us Spectrum 20, AT&T 99, Apple TV, Roku, scvtv.com, as well as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find Cougar football on SCV TV, and Talking about expansion into some other sports as we continue on here with the Cougar Sports Network. They've been a good partner for us all year long in terms of the football games, and hope to start getting some more sports, including volleyball, out there onto the SCV TV channel pathways. Cougars a miscommunication, a kill for Antelope Valley. Audrey Scholl back to serve. Scholl sends it long, service error. Makes it 13-7 in favor of the Cougars. Caitlin Leby and Cecilia Giovannini back in, Abby Sherman and Jacqueline Ibarra off. Giovannini into the tape, dug out. Strong side swing for Antelope Valley kept up. Cougars give one to Damani Harvey, she'll get a kill. But for the tip, got it to score. 7-point lead for COC, 14-7 here in the second set. Clay Timmons marching the sidelines here today. Usually stands inside the coach's box area and relatively close to the table, but today he's way back off the back far corner. You kind of see him at the top of your screen as Harvey tools one off the block high and down, and the lead now 8. Timmons almost standing right on the baseline of the basketball court today. Clay in his 6th season as the head coach, 17th overall with the Cougars as he was assistant under longtime Cougar head coach Lisa Hooper. That one rolls over the tape. Harvey with a roll, diving dig by Scholl. That was a strange little point, and then Leby will finish it off with the power cross court. Some of this today about getting the Cougars right for their next matchup, which is against Ventura. Kelly with the kill. Drove that one hard as the Cougars run right down the pipe on the quick inside attack. Marauders go down the line that time with Julia Mueller, and she gets the kill. (17-9) here, Canyons in the second set. Dabrowski, first handle, gets the kill. Dabrowski's had a nice little run here today. Had a couple of kills in the first set. There's one here in the second set. That one off the block. Good swing that time by Rafferty, and you can see why she's the leader for Antelope Valley when she does get a chance to go after it. It's a good motion with the right arm. And was able to drive that one off the block and through. Found its way down to the floor. Tejada brings it in. Hannah on first handle. Levy on the kill, set up by Cecilia Giovannini. She'll check out. So will Levy. Ibarra and Sherman back in. Nine-point lead for the Cougars, 19-10. 1-0 lead for the Cougars. As we are in the second set. Hannah with a dig in the right spot. Dabrowski, power tip, will find the floor. 10-point lead for COC. Good dig by Emily Hannah. Standing right in the right spot, took the power and dug it out clean. And it set up the chance for Dabrowski off the set from Abby Sherman. Sherman, back-to-back serves in after back-to-back serves out the last two times she served, and now she's got a dig. Bump set Ibarra, goes cross court towards the back corner dugout. Tough pass from Romano, nobody was able to handle it. And the Marauders gonna take a timeout. Mark Cruz wants to talk about it once again. We'll take the break as well. Cougars with a 21-10 lead here in the second set.
The photography department at College of the Canyons is a place for photography students of all levels to come together and create.
Filmmaking program at COC is one of the best programs because it has literally jump-started my career.
Most of the instructors actually have worked in Hollywood, so having instructors that have done it before and know the ins and outs, I think really helps.
We here at COC have a kind of a sandbox approach. And that is to say we've got a lot of cool equipment, a lot of great facilities. Enroll in our class and we're gonna let you play in the sandbox.
Welcome back into the Cougar Cage, COC and Antelope Valley. 21-10 Cougars as we stand the Abby Sherman serve. Sherman will send it in. Overpass by the Marauders, so you can score it as a service ace for Abby Sherman. And a 12-point lead here for COC. Trying to close out set two. And work on a sweep here on sophomore night. Sherman, serve in. Rafferty first handle. Rafferty backing up, won't get it over the net. That was unfortunate. Just a tough ball for Rafferty to have to handle there, and she gets an attack error on it. That's kind of really unfair. Rafferty trying to drive herself forward, and the set was well behind her that she had to back up to try and make the play. Overpass on the serve from Sherman. One-handed set, and Rivari couldn't get a good swing, just had to play it over. Rafferty will play it in. Hannah with a dig. Cougars will set Ibarra on the weak side dugout. Back row attack. Finds the line from Julia Mueller. So 23-11, Hannah first handle. Sherman bump set. Ibarra strong side. No touch given. Well, touch given late, sorry. So the touch is given to the Cougars. Ibarra will have the kill. I believe that is Jackie Ibarra's first kill of the match, and the Cougars will work on set point. Leading 24-11. "13 set points to work with here. Dabrowski with a power serve, overpass. Ibarra the putback, and the Cougars finish out the second set. 25-11 over Antelope Valley. Timeout here in the Cougar cage. We'll take the break as well. COC with a 2-0 lead.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
COC with a 2-0 lead here over Antelope Valley as we get ready for the third set. Cougars have controlled for the most part here today. It's trying to win their 6th straight. Be their longest winning streak of the season. So we go back to work now. Giovannini to serve it in. Marauders play it over. Cougars into the block on the first swing here by Brianna Botello. And the Marauders on the board to start again here in the third set. Cougars with their third libero. Sabrina Svaven going to be the libero here in game number 3. Botello off the weak side. Didn't get it to go, but then Rafferty into the net, the point given to the Cougars. Botello was going back to serve before she was called off. Isabella Embleton will come in to serve here for the Cougars. Embleton has 9 aces on the year. It's been used mostly in defensive and service situations. Dabrowski off the power tip. So there was a touch at the net, so the Cougars will have to work on an attack. Brianna Kelly will get the kill. Didn't get a lot on it, but got enough. So we'll stay with Embleton back in the service area. Embleton 132 digs this year as well, so we talk about being in the defensive situations. Touch given to Antelope Valley. So it evens the third set, pardon me, at 2-all. Tejada back to serve. Slavin on first handle. Leby off the weak side. Leby's been pressed into service as an opposite pretty much all year. And early on in the year, it seemed as though she was having trouble. I'm not sure that's her natural spot on the opposite side. I think naturally she's an outside hitter, so she's used to going off the strong side as Brianna Kelly getting a chance to serve. But since Clay Timmons has rotated her back through and let her swing off both sides of the floor, as a point for Antelope Valley on an attack that just falls harmlessly to the middle of the floor by Rafferty. Makes it 3-all, but as we were saying for Caitlin Leby, as she got more opportunities off the strong side, it seemed to help her weak side attacks as the game went on, or as the season went on, and she's gotten a lot stronger off the weak side, off the opposite side. And that's been a real positive for the Cougars. As for a while, it was kind of just relying on Damani Harvey off the strong side for the most part. Dabrowski hit the antenna. Four to 3 Marauders. Romero back to serve. Embleton handles the first pass, but it wasn't handled very well. It's a ball handling error on the Cougars, and the largest lead of the night for Antelope Valley at 2. They lead 5 to 3. That one's sent long. Alyssa Alcaraz is going to come in to serve. Only played in 21 sets this year, getting a chance to go here in this one. Rafferty on the touch. Slavin with the dig. Cougars couldn't get it over the net as it was blocked, and now we'll just have to play it over. Figuera into the game for the first time as well. Cougars digging out off the block. Dabrowski into the tip. Slavin able to just lift it into the air. It was not a lift, though. It was a clean knock into the air, and it set up Rovare with the kill. So we're even at 5-all. Alcaraz in. Mueller handles. Free ball played over. Cougars will get a chance to set up an attack. Alcaraz inside and was too high for Rovare. And that one needs to be a little lower if you're going to go with the inside quick. Rovare's leap was timed for a short pass instead of a tall pass and just couldn't get up to the ball. Figuera will send it long. Marauders now with a 2-point lead once again at 7-5. Rafferty will stay back to serve here. She'll send it long. Botello in. Dabrowski back to serve. As Embleton came off. Dabrowski in. Scholl with the handle. Power tip didn't get over the net. Actually, it's going to be a lift called on Antelope Valley, and we're even at 7-all. So the power tip, it's kind of been a topic of discussion in the volleyball world over the last few years on whether it's a legal touch or not. And that time you saw that it was just a little bit too much of a catch and a push by the Marauders, and that's what forces the signal from the officials. Dabrowski with a kill. This was Lanaraga who had the error that was called on the tip attempt. And we'll stay with Dabrowski, sends it long, service error. 8-all here in the third set. Dabrowski off, Aubrey Oddish in to play in the back row. Audrey Scholl back to serve for Antelope Valley. Scholl off the tape. Svaven handles. Inside set. Ravari dug out. Marauders have to play it over. Alcaraz will set Botello off the block and out. Kill for Brianna Botello as she reads the defense, and the Cougars back in front. Sabrina Svaven back to serve. Svaven this year 19 aces. It's been one of the consistent ladies from the back row for the Cougars, and you can give her a service ace. As she knocks it down to the Cougars with a two-point lead here in the third set, 10-8. They lead 2-0, trying to close this one out in straight sets. Get themselves on to Tuesday against Ventura. Araga with the swing that's kept up. Botello again tried to tip it down the sideline, no. Cougars with another dig. Figuera with the left hand. Francisca Figuera with a kill. Three-point advantage here as Svaven back to serve again. In deep, Rafferty handles. Tip play, kept off the floor. Double gonna be called against Alcaraz. Makes it 11-9 as Tiffany Romano back to serve. Into the tape. Marauders play it over. Alcaraz will set Botello. Good swing from Brianna Botello with the power down the line, off the block and in. Figuera off, Alcaraz off. Giovannini and Levy back in. Giovannini will float it in, overpass. Svaven will just handle. Cougars will set Botello into the block. Kelly, good job defensively to keep that off the floor. Then Levy off the tape and down. Credit Brianna Kelly. She's the one that made the initial play off the ball that was blocked at the net. Was able to get a hand on it, keep it off the floor, kind of just pinballed around to Caitlin Leby, who then just kind of swung, got it off the tape, and got it to fall. Giovanni, good short serve into the front corner, and it's a service error, or service ace, excuse me. Lead is 5 here in the third set. Giovannini with that walk-up jump float that she does. Tip play, no good for Tejada. Cougars are set, Botello off the block. Lead now 6. We stay with Giovannini here. She'll float to that short far side corner again. And a double called against the Marauders. That short float into that first quadrant over there on the far side in front of the table has been just tough for Antelope Valley to handle. They'll take a timeout. 16-9 here, Cougars. We'll take a break as well.
Filmmaking program at COC is one of the best programs because it has literally jump-started my career.
Most of the instructors actually have worked in Hollywood, so having instructors that have done it before and know the ins and outs, I think really helps.
We here at COC have a kind of a sandbox approach. And that is to say we've got a lot of cool equipment, a lot of great facilities. Enroll in our class and we're going to let you play in the sandbox.
The photography department at College of the Canyons is a place for photography students of all levels to come together and create.
(16-9) Cougars, third set, 2-0. College of the Canyons trying to close this one out in straight sets and send us into the weekend. It's a light weekend here on the Cougar Sports Network, meaning there is nothing going on the Cougar Sports Network. First time in a while we haven't had games on the weekend, as a off the block for Antelope Valley and a point for the Marauders, as it'll be Julia Mueller back to serve. Leby first handle. Botello off the near side on the tip, no good, and then an attack by the Marauders that scores off the inside. I believe it was Fleets with the attack and has cut it back to a 4-point Cougar lead here, 16-11. Sorry, 5-point Cougar lead. Oddish first handle. Dump play doesn't go for Giovannini. Rafferty kept up. Botello power tip off the block. Diving dig by Scholl. Then Rafferty the swing, dug out by Spaven. Leby down the line, went high off the shoulder of Mueller, kept up by Scholl and played over. Now Kelly, she'll finish it off. Wow. Mueller took that one high off the shoulder, and somehow Audrey Scholl ran across the floor, crashing into the stands to keep the ball in play, and got it back to a playable spot that the Marauders could get it over. Unfortunately for them, the Cougars just a little bit too much power as they were able to get it to Brianna Kelly. Overhead backwards attack by Fleets, kept up. The Cougars will feed Caitlin Leby, who will get the kill. COC team, a number of young ladies from the Santa Clarita Valley area. As you look, Alyssa Alcaraz out of Saugus, Tyler Dabrowski out of Stevenson's Ranch. Serve long, point for the Marauders. You get Emily Hanna out of Stevenson's Ranch. Sabrina Svaven from Newhall. Daniela Cabrera from Canyon Country. Same with Aubrey Audish. Teresa Grijalva from Saugus. Abby Sherman out of Valencia. Brianna Kelly out of Canyon Country. Same for Ariana Vargas. Celia Raveri out of Santa Clarita, so went to Golden Valley High Schools. That one kept off the floor. Leby from Saugus. Body the same, as well as Mel Gores. Another point for the Cougars. Ibarra out of Saugus as well. Embleton, Figata, and Statlander, all Saugus High School graduates. So a hometown flavor for the Cougars. And it's been good to see as Brianna Kelly with the kill, with an ace, excuse me, makes it 20-12 College of the Canyons. It's good to see that Clay Timmons has done a good job keeping the locals in town. Cougars with another point off an attack error. Marauders will take a timeout. We'll take a break as well. 21-12, third set. Cougars trying to close this one out here from the Cougar Cage.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
(21-12) Cougars. Brianna Kelly back to serve. Cougars won the first set 25-9. Dump play from Fleets kept off the floor. Dabrowski back in will just roll it over. Cougars won the second set 25-11, trying to close this one out. Leby off the block, dug out. Good dig from Mueller. Cougars pinball it over the net. Marauders trying to get themselves organized. Rafferty, Kelly from the back row. Kind of in a spot she's not normally in, but she makes a dig. Rafferty again that time. An overtouch called by the Cougars. Gives the point to AVC. I think Leby was actually in the net there. Dabrowski off the strong side with the kill. (22-13) Cougs. Melissa Alcaraz back in to serve. Scholl handles first. Rafferty cuts it across the net. Alcaraz there for the dig. Bump set Dabrowski into the tape. That one's sent long. 23-14, Embleton off, Botello on. Dabrowski back to serve. We also forgot to mention Daniela Cabrera came in to take over for Caitlin Leby. Dabrowski gets it in. Mueller dug out by Dabrowski. Alcaraz overhead set to Botello, and she gets the kill. And the Cougars with a chance to close it out here. It's 24-14 Cougars. 10 set points to work with, 10 match points to work with. Overpass, put back, Cabrera! And the Cougars close it out in straight sets. Daniela Cabrera with the putback. And COC takes it 3-0 over Antelope Valley. Here on a Friday night, they improve to 12-10 on the year. Overall, a solid match for the Cougars as they got the job done against an Antelope Valley team that now falls to 6-11 on the season. Cougars gonna hang on to that top 25 spot in the standings, or in the rankings, excuse me, and try and pick up another win against a tough Ventura team coming up on Tuesday here on the Cougar Sports Network. 6 o'clock start for that one. We hope you join us for it, and we will see you then. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.